Assalamualaikum. I'm Bakhtawer and I'll be taking your English for grade 4. Today we are going to do a little comparison between application and letter format. How many bodies do they have, and apart from their bodies, whether we can add our creativity into it or not. First of all, we have some specific rules for application writing, which is a bit formal. Applications are always formal, right? First of all, we have got the first body, then the second body, which is the middle part, then we have the third body, which is the ending last part. In our first body, we start with the principal, then comma, unique group of institutions, then comma, Lahore, dot. फिर हमारी middle body आ जाती है जिसमें हम शुरू करते हैं मैडम या सर से, whatever person that we are referring to. Then most respectfully, we always start an application with a very formal way by giving them respect and honor. Most respectfully, I beg to say that, or I want to say that, whatever your case is, whatever you want to write. Then the ending part is yours obediently, then comma, XYZ your name with a dot, then dated with a particular date. Alright, in the first body and in the third body we cannot be very much creative, and we have to always go according to the given format, which is a universal format, I would say. In the middle part, in the middle body, when we start with most respectfully, you can write whatever your problem is or whatever you want to say, whatever you can like jot down your issues into it. You can write whatever you feel like writing. In this particular portion, you can be creative. You can use your own words, you can write according to your own problems and everything, right? And in these two bodies, you cannot change the format, but in this body, you can change the format. Now, heading towards the format of a letter. Examination hall, city ABC, Lahore. And if you notice that I have put these commas and these dots, and you have to be very much particular regarding them, because in your exams, even if you haven't marked a comma or you haven't marked a dot or you haven't marked this, then obviously the examiner is going to deduct your marks on it. Just like application, we have three parts. Part number 1, then this is part number 2, and then we have this part number 3. But when applications are formal, our letters can be informal, right? They can be informal. Why? Because we write letters to our friends, we can write letters to our parents, our siblings, our cousins, our class fellows, our batch mates, our colleagues. We can write letter to anyone, right? Letter can be informal. We write it with examination hall, city ABC, Lahore. Just like the case which I have told you regarding application in body number 1 and in body number 3. In these two parts, we cannot be creative. We have to follow some particular formats, and we will go according to the rules. We will have to write examination hall, whatever it may have, and then we will have to add a comma at the end of it. Then city, Lahore, or location, address, you can write the particular address, then Lahore, city, according to your choice. Then you will start with dear Sarah, dear sister, dear father, dear friend. And from the line underneath dear, you will start writing, I hope you find this letter in a good health. Whenever you are sending an informal letter, you always send your greetings first. I hope you are doing good, I hope you get this letter in a good health, I hope your days are going fine. You start with these lines. So when you are starting with I hope you get this letter in a good health, then you will jot down your point of view, whatever you want to share, whether you are sharing some experiences, whether you are sharing some good news, whether you are sending some sort of invitation for a birthday party, or you are inviting them to your annual function prize distribution. Whatever you feel like writing, you can write in box 2. In this middle body, you can write whatever you feel like writing. Then in the very ending part, you will close your letter with these words, yours, without any comma, without anything, and this First alphabet of loving is small. We used to keep it in the capital form before, but now we write it in the small alphabets. Yours loving, daughter, sister, friend, colleague, anything that you want to write according to your relationship, then you will write your name, and then for sure you will put a dot like this after writing your name. Okay. So this is the format that we follow while writing an application and writing a letter. These are the particular formats that we follow, and if in case you are not following these formats, then your marks will be deducted by your examiner. And even when you are going through, you are reading some stuff, you are going through 4 or maybe 3 applications or letters throughout your session. Apart from this, you may receive something that includes your creativity into it. You may maybe the examiner would ask you to write something about to invite your friends to an annual function, or whether they might write and ask you to write an application to your principal for a foot fracture. It can be the case, or whether like write an application to your principal that you broke some material and you have to put your apology into it. So I'm just trying to make up your mind that your applications, your stories, your essays, your comprehensions, your tenses, they can be creative. So you have to work accordingly. Then that you have to work on the formats, and whatever topic you have to be hands on. You have to make some sort of hands on experience on application writing and on letter writing. It is for a reason that if you get some sort of topic that you were not known before, that you were not familiar before, or you haven't read it yet, then you are still able to write onto it. Okay, this is the main case. This is why I am elaborating these formats, that if you receive anything, any topic that is not according to the syllabus and it is unseen, then you are yet you are able to write something on it, right? And only then you are able to write something on it if you have gone through these formats and you have practiced them thrice or twice a month, I would say, because in grammar we need like a lot of practice into it. If you're not giving yourself your efforts to the grammar, then you wouldn't be having any hands-on experience into it. So it was all about today's lecture. If there is any query, if there is any question, you can contact your in charge and ask through it. And best of luck for it. I would actually recommend you to please practice letter and application writing formats. Thank you.